already started. 5:01 a.m. Monday morning. Went over to see Mike last night at I-1 Bait World Headquarters. And I got a half dozen more. No, I got 3 more Homie the Clowns. Freshly painted. Ready to go catch a giant walleye. Took me a little while. Little guy. Hit it good. All you can ask for. Got a good picture here. 18 to 20 feet. But it seems like the better looking stuff is up on this shelf a little more. So we'll see. That was the triumphant return of Homie the Clown. This feels like a better one. Oh! Ah, it's a shoot. I thought I had King Kong Bundy of walleyes. This is a silver walleye. When he hit it, I thought for sure, and then I'm like, ooh, I got a good one. And then the closer he got, the more he really fought. That's pretty un-walleye-like, so. Second short of the morning. Yep. All right. Finally, even though it's little. That's a better one. Well, that's a chunky 18. All the mayflies on the surface. Most of them are just casings. Every once in a while you'll see one that's got its wings and well, I didn't get to measure him. He was somewhere right there in the 17-inch range. Nice fish, first cast. And guess who showed up first thing in the morning? HDC, Homie the Clown. Second keeper of the morning, 15 1/4. Well, it was good first thing, and they shut right off. Now, we had a lot of pressure dump right in on them. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There was 10 of us here. And I'm sure that some days it'll shut them down, some days it won't. You know, I've caught fish one right after another in the middle of a group of boats, and then caught them good and nothing. So I had them, I dropped right on them in the same spot I've had them here the last couple days, and they bit. And I should have been a little quicker on the draw on 2 of them that I lost. The 2 I did land were both keepers, walleyes. You know, the trick was to really, it was pretty flat calm this morning, and I was pretty aggressively ripping it up. And when it hit bottom, I was giving it a 2 count, 1001, 1002, take my slack up and come up, and they were there. They'd seen that big aggressive thing, you know, rip, and when it came back down and then settled and it sat there, I'm assuming they just couldn't deal with it, and then they pinned it on the bottom. So when I came back up, they were there. Thought I was really onto something good. I was already making plans after I caught my limit, but it was fun. Same group of guys right there. We had 8 or 10 boats in the same group. It was a fun morning. You know, everybody kind of knows each other now and gets into their you know, you don't mind fishing close with people you know, or that are, even if you don't know them, that can kind of come in and assimilate into the group as they join. Some days those walleyes don't care about pressure like that, and I'm not saying that everybody should fish in groups. That's not my point. Other days you get too many boats on them and they're either gone or they shut down. You know, everybody out there was saying back and forth, man, we're marking so many fish. And also the guys that were out yesterday that cleaned fish said these walleyes bellies were just chock full of bugs. And I still this morning, even though I caught them on blades, I still played around with jigs on the bottom, dragging, hopping, snapping. I just can't get bit on a jig, and it's been a jig in a plastic, it's been bucktails, it's been tipped bucktails. Like, I just assume that they should be biting this stuff, dragging or hopping along bottom, because I think that's what the bugs are doing. You know, those nymphs down there, and I don't know how much they move. You know, tomorrow I'm gonna bring my underwater camera and see if I can't get a visual on what that school or what that cloud that we see of, I'm assuming they're nymph larvae coming to the surface, what it really looks like. Because it's crazy, and I don't know why I'm not catching more fish on the bottom. We're marking them on the bottom. I don't know why I'm not catching more with the finesse presentations. Yesterday, for quite a while, I was throwing a Ned rig and just dragging it, you know, through the mud. I don't know how that doesn't. It's a stubby little, looks like the end of a Senko worm, basically. I don't know why that doesn't work. All right, peeps, that was a very uneventful Thursday morning. Big howling east wind. I only made it out to about the beach. I had a perch, a rock bass, and a smallmouth that came off. That's my story. Thanks for everything. As always, keep your tipping.